Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. All right, it is past 10:30, time to check in on the NPSL, and we bring in Carlos Rubio, the head coach of Hickory FC. Coach, it is a full house for you this morning. It is Nick, it is Maddie, and it is me as you are getting ready on a game day for the playoffs. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me on. No, super excited for tonight. So, now thankful to be here speaking with you guys.
All right, Maddie, since you have spent time in the NPSL and you know about what's going on with Apotheos and Hickory and all of the teams in the NPSL Southeast, your first question for Carlos Rubio as Hickory gets ready for hosting a playoff match tonight.
Well, hey, Coach, how are you doing today?
Hey, Maddie, how are you?
Doing well. Listen, so this matchup between Apotheos tonight, it's going to be a fun one. What have you seen from Apotheos this season? And kind of looking at that, what are you anticipating for tonight's match?
They're a great team. Obviously, they have history of success in the NPSL. Very well coached. A good, all around a really good program. So it's going to be a fun one, as you said. There's going to be some fireworks. There's great game of soccer. They'll be ready, so will we. They've gone better as the season progressed, and they're playing a really exciting brand of soccer right now. So it'll be a great matchup.
Nick, for Carlos Rubio and Hickory FC as they get ready for Apotheos in the playoffs tonight.
From what I understand, you guys have beat Apotheos before, right? So how do you walk into a locker room and say, look, that was before, this is now. It could be a different situation, so don't go to sleep on this opponent. How do you keep your team up after having a win over a club like this?
Yeah, I mean, the context helps massively. Being now on a knockout stage, it'll probably be different if it will be again on a regular season. But being win or go home, semifinals of the conference, see that context helps with our message. And obviously, we always say it's not easy to beat the same team twice in one season. So the boys are ready. They know that it's win or go home. Nothing is guaranteed. We need to fight for it. They're gonna come ready and prepare, and I'm sure they want to get us back from that first game of the season. But our job is to turn the page, just focus on our task in hand, win the matchup tonight, and keep dancing and advancing. So,
dancing and advancing. It sounds like a T-shirt. Let me ask you, for someone who hasn't seen action in the NPSL Southeast, I would maintain that in a league where you have a lot of haves and have-nots in your conferences, this is one of the toughest conferences out there across the board with these four teams that have made the playoffs. How would you describe what it's like on a weekly basis in this sprint that is the NPSL Southeast?
I mean, it's been fun. It's exactly what we hope for, exactly what we look for. It's a great experience for the club, the coaching staff, the players. We want to play at the highest level against the best teams in the country. So the fact that we get to do that on a weekly basis, it's just something to be really proud of. It prepares us for this situation now. It'll prepare whoever comes out of our conference for the region and the national stage. And I got no doubt that whoever comes out, hopefully it will be Hickory FC after this weekend. Whoever comes out is going to make some noise on the national stage.
Maddie, for Carlos Rubio, round two.
I mean, just looking at your roster, one player for you guys, Diego Fernandez, has been huge for you guys on the offensive side. What does he bring to the team? And kind of just seeing him really step up into this role this year, what has it been like for you to watch him grow?
I could be speaking about Diego for the next 20 minutes. He's a fantastic player, really exciting to watch. He's got an eye for goal. You see on training, he bangs 5 to 6 goals every time that we're doing any sort of competitive match at training. He's been doing that on the games as well. But what makes me proud about Diego is that at the start of the season, he came on from his college with a little injury. He worked his way into the lineup. It took him about 4 to 5 games to start seeing some minutes. He kept on working. He kept on believing on us and our path and the direction that we had for him. And we're getting now into the knockout stage this part of the season, and he's absolutely flying. So, yes, a fantastic player, but what makes him different is his character.
Nick, round two with Carlos Rubio.
I'm going to yield the floor to Bart. who says, I have a question for the head coach of my alma mater. How do you, coach, see Hickory FC benefiting the Lenore Rhine men's soccer program this upcoming season and in the future?
I mean, it benefits us all, benefits the community. I'm sure that after this season, we're going to have so many more fans our home games in Lenore Rhine. It makes the community and soccer grow in Hickory. So I'm super proud and super excited for this partnership, what's going to mean for the community, and more important than anything, for the youth soccer in our area. I've been speaking with John every week, and one of the things that he's probably got tired of hearing me say is how proud we are to look at the stands and look at this 3, 4, 5 first rows and just see kids with the jersey with Lenore Rhine jerseys, with Hickory FC jerseys, and that's what we're most proud of. So I've got no doubt that it's gonna put Lenore Rhine soccer at a higher and a national stage. When people look at us, it's gonna benefit Hickory. So it's only a win for the community, for Lenore Rhine, and for Hickory FC.
What's it been like to build something from scratch like this?
Exciting. I can only sing praises to the ownership group. From day one, they gave us a lot of trust on building the team. They knew what kind of players we needed. We knew what we needed to bring those players into the team. They've been nothing but supportive. So it's all down to those guys, and obviously our GM, to provide us with an environment in which we can recruit really good players and coach at the level that we need to prepare the boys for this matchup. So now super excited to build something from scratch.
Last go round with Carlos Rubio. Maddie, what's on your mind?
My question, I covered a lot of WPSL, and I feel like the Southeastern Conference, I feel like in both the NPSL and the WPSL is so competitive with everything that you have going on. What is it like to compete in a conference that has so much talent?
Yeah, like you said, soccer in our region is at a really high level, both in the men and the women. So it's super exciting to be surrounded by fantastic players, like you say, fantastic coaches. It just elevate us to a higher level. It demands really high standards from all of us on a daily basis if we want to continue to keep growing in our path. So it's fantastic. It's so much fun. It doesn't let you sleep at night. It keeps you awake. But at the end of the day, is one of the reasons why we do it, to be surrounded by great characters, really competitive coaches and players and clubs that elevate us to the highest level.
Nick, last question from you for Carlos.
All right, Carlos, man, I need merch. I need some shirts. I need some jerseys. How do I go about getting this, man?
Yeah. What size? So we get you this one. But no, it's, obviously you gotta make it one game, and then I can promise you a home jersey. But other than that, obviously in our webpage and social media, they got all access to that. But if you make it to one game, you come find me, and I'll make sure you leave with a jersey.
I will agree to your terms, sir.
See,
it's a tempting offer.
That offer extends to all of you guys.
See, you got Maddie all fired up now. I think Maddie might try to take the trip to Lenore Rhine now.
Listen,
there we go.
Listen, if there's one thing that this show is kind of made me really bad at, is I buy a lot more scarves and jerseys than I did before. So this is not good.
You guys make it to one game, and I'll take care of the rest.
That's fantastic.
That.
So what time? What's kickoff tonight? What time?
10 p.m.
Okay, so 7:00 tonight. Let me ask you this: if you win tonight, what are you doing in the 9:00 hour tomorrow morning?
Preparing for the next match.
Okay. Well, if you want to include, if you win tonight at home, do you want to refer to preparing for the next match against either the winner of Hops and App? Would that include a return visit tomorrow morning on the show in the 9:00 hour?
Perfect. That's part of my routine, my preparation. So let's do it.
All right, so that's the rundown. So it is Apotheos at Hickory, and we'll extend obviously the same thing to Jonathan Mercado, to Dale Parker at App, and then our friends Steve Gummer, et cetera, up at Hops. But the winners tonight, we're going to reach out to them, bug them on their cell phones so they can come back here 9 o'clock hour tomorrow and get ready for the conference final and to see who makes it to the national playoffs. Coach, great to catch up with you, my friend. Good luck tonight. We'll catch up with you. Obviously, if Hickory's folks have it their way, we'll catch up with you again tomorrow to talk about this match and the match on the weekend.
Awesome. Perfect. So I hope to see you all tomorrow then.
There you go. It's Carlos Rubio and Hickory FC. That's fantastic. All right, so we've got a guest almost booked for tomorrow. So